dear subscribers. Settle in for a dive into the curious and colorful world of Nutty Disco Dave, our internet's very own pantomime villain with a twist of digital melodrama. Picture a character who blends the hauteur of a Victorian aristocrat with the frenetic energy of a caffeinated squirrel, skating through cyberspace, leaving a trail of bewilderment and chaos in his wake. Nutty Disco Dave's online persona is a curious tapestry of contradictions. On one hand, he presents himself as a staunch defender of all things righteous. On the other, he's a maestro of mischief and manipulation. His behavior is less about genuine critique and more about a frantic need to control and dominate. He patrols the digital world with a zeal that suggests every innocuous website is a front for a vast, malevolent conspiracy. His latest obsession, a knitting forum he's convinced is a gateway to wool-based witchcraft. Yes, you read that right, a knitting forum. To Dave, every thread is a sinister plot, every pattern a potential indoctrination tool. But the absurdity doesn't stop there. Nutty Disco Dave's manifesto, if one can call it that, is a sprawling mess of typos and misplaced apostrophes, resembling a shopping list more than a coherent argument. Yet he defends it with the tenacity of a knight guarding a castle made of cardboard. His rants are as logically sound as a house of cards in a hurricane, filled with leaps of reasoning that could only be described as imaginative, if not utterly preposterous. Beyond his public bluster, however, lies a more insidious nature. Nutty Disco Dave is not just a purveyor of absurdity. He's a sly, duplicitous figure who masks his insecurities with a veneer of toughness. He'll act all friendly and charming to worm his way into your confidence, only to turn on you with the ferocity of a scorned melodrama villain once he has gathered enough dirt. His loyalty is as reliable as a paper umbrella in a storm, disappearing as quickly as it appeared, leaving only a trail of confusion and betrayal in its wake. This behavior is deeply intertwined with his personal insecurities. His aggression and grandstanding seem to be compensations for his own fears and perceived inadequacies. Nutty Disco Dave's outward bravado, exemplified by his love for riding a Suzuki motorbike and his disdain for perceived weakness, contrasts sharply with his inner vulnerability. He's quick to belittle others, yet crumbles in the face of true authority or stronger personalities, revealing a cowardice masked by a facade of toughness. Moreover, his sensitivity and penchant for gossip add another layer of complexity. Nutty Disco Dave is a master of spreading exaggerated lies and fueling conflict. His quickness to hear and fabricate lies, coupled with a reluctance to acknowledge the truth, creates a whirlwind of strife and contention wherever he goes. This gossipy nature and his tendency to sow discord are not just charming quirks, but strategic maneuvers in his ongoing quest for control and validation. In the grand theater of online eccentricities, Nutty Disco Dave is a quintessential figure, a living, breathing pantomime villain whose antics, while infuriating, provide a peculiar sort of amusement. His complex interplay of bravado, deception, and deep-seated insecurities make him a standout character in the digital realm, a reminder of the colorful and often absurd personalities that populate our virtual world. So here's to Nutty Disco Dave. May his convoluted conspiracies and melodramatic outbursts continue to amuse and bemuse. In a landscape full of digital noise, he's a vivid splash of eccentricity, proving that even in the world of online nonsense, there's always room for a little extra spectacle. Until the next chapter in this digital drama, yours in bemusement, Smoky Saint, also very well known as Josh Herbal.